Tonight on 60 Minutes. In the happy community of Huntsville, Alabama, was once a thriving orphanage who brought many kids happy homes. Tragically, that once thriving orphanage is being forced to shut its doors. The money has been taken away from them. In this orphanage, we found one very special orphan. We believe he's the oldest orphan in the world. Meet Lance. So, Lance, just how old are you? Well, Jim, it's Keith, by the way. I'm sorry. Well, Keith, I am 51 years, 8 months, and 3 days old. So, yeah, I'm kind of an old orphan, you know. So, Lance, thinking back, what is the last memory you have before arriving here at this once thriving orphanage? You know, when I first came here, there was kids running around. It was thriving. It was thriving, and kids were getting adopted left and right. I was 5 years old. You know, my dad dropped me off. And he said, "Son, will you throw this away for me?" And he handed me a bottle. And I went to throw it in the can, and then he drove off. So that's how, I ended up here. And the orphanage has been really good. I mean, I'm just so grateful that they took me in. I was, I think I was about 5 years old or six, somewhere in there. Yeah. Yeah, it was interesting. A bunch of kids running around. And we were all the same age. And then I kind of, slowly outgrew them. And, I've met many a kid, a lot of best friends. All of them were my best friends. And they all got adopted, and they never called me or never checked up on me or anything. And then I just, you know, from that first memory to now, I just never really got adopted. I don't know. That must be very difficult. Will you describe for us your typical day, Lance, the oldest orphan we know of? Well, Keith, my typical day consists of, I get out of bed, right? I got my little box, and I put my tap dance shoes on, and I wake up with good attitude, and like, today's my day. I'm gonna get adopted for sure. Today's my day. And then by the end of the night, I kind of unpack my suitcase, if you will. It's a box, not a suitcase. And I unpack that, and I just kind of go through the same routine, lay back down on my little pallet and go to sleep and just hope for the best the next day. One day they're gonna come for me though. They're gonna come. Surely there's a couple that needs an orphan, needs a son like me. you know? It must be difficult to be the lone orphan of a once thriving orphanage, now ready to shut its doors. Can you tell us a little bit about that and what goes on in your brain hole? I mean, I don't know what more to say other than, yeah, it was thriving and it's not so thriving these days. In fact, I'm the only orphan in this place. And my guardian, she shows up on my birthday, Christmas with a card, checks in on me, once a week or something. So I just live in this orphanage. I'm just hanging out. And I don't know, it's good. It's going all right. I got a roof over my head, couldn't be more thankful for that. But damn, if I could just get some parents. One day, if I just get some parents. This box you carry around with you. Can you tell us a little bit about that? What's in that little wooden box you carry around with you, Lance? Oh, this wooden box, it doesn't hold a whole lot. This wooden box right here, though. Here, hang on. This wooden box right here is my life. This is everything I own. I keep my tap dance shoes in there, my alarm clock, so I don't want to miss possible adoption parents. So I wake up at 7 every morning, and I wait until the door, 5 o'clock. You can't adopt after 5. I don't know why, but so, I set my alarm for 7 o'clock, so I'm good and ready. And I have my clothes so I can be good. I got all of my clothes that I have. And I have that in there. And I have this. This is the bottle that when my dad dropped me off and he was like, "Son, will you go throw this bottle away?" And I went to throw it away and he took off. He didn't come back, It's okay though. And then I have I got these. A kid left them behind, the binoculars. Sometimes I peek in on the neighbors just to see what, real families do, And I had a baseball card, but I think one of the kids stole it from me. So that's pretty much what's in my box, Every day I'm hopeful, though. I'm hopeful. So I just keep that box ready to go in case, so when my parents come and adopt me, I will be ready to go, I don't want to waste any time, Okay, interesting. So have you ever had any thoughts about working? Maybe get a job? Yeah, I've thought about it. I've tried it a couple times. And I just realized, I'm not a big fan of it. I'm not a big fan of it. Not a big fan of working. You know, not much of a fan of working. Hmm. Have you ever thought about a GoFundMe page on Facebook? To help you cover some of your expenses in this dire time in your life? Well, Keith, I'm not sure what a GoFundMe page is. Can you tell me what's a GoFundMe page? Sounds interesting. Yeah, so a GoFundMe page is basically you ask your friends to donate you a few dollars so that you can pay some of your expenses, until you find a lucrative job, at least one to cover the orphanage costs. Yeah, but I'm not sure what kind of job I could, actually do or be good at, I don't know. I'm not sure what, I was a dishwasher, busboy. Didn't last long, day or two. I just don't know what I'd be good at, you know? I don't know, Keith. Well, have you ever thought about bartending? I heard there's some good money in bartending. Good money in bartending. And I think you'd be pretty darn good at it. Maybe consider bartending, Lance. Sounds fun. I'd give it a shot. Why not? But hopefully before I get hired, somebody will adopt me. And I won't have to worry about that, right? If you get adopted, your parents take care of you. So I was more hoping on that than having to work and stuff. So, but I wouldn't be opposed to trying to bartend. I wouldn't be opposed to bartending. So, with the doors about to close in on you, in the home that you've come to know for 51 years or 46 years, and there's no one out there chomping at the bit to adopt you, what is it you pray for at night to your God? What do I pray for? Well, I pray to be adopted, first. But more than anything, really, Keith, I pray that everybody finds a happy home, grows up in a happy home, and then I ask God to just help me spread NBL. Just have him help me spread NBL, NBL? Oh, well, NBL is like nothing but love, spread nothing but love. If you do that, somebody will adopt you one day. Maybe, hopefully. But anyway, if you just spread NBL, you should receive NBL, nothing but love, If you spread it, you get it. That's what I've been taught. I think, yeah. So, I don't know. I just pray to God that he helps me spread nothing but love, It is quite admirable that you wake up each morning with such hope that today might be, of course, by all means, please do. I'm sorry, will be the day you are adopted. But let me ask you, why do you put those tap dance shoes on? Will be a day, Keith, not might be a day. Will be a day. Would you be ever so kind to demonstrate? Today is a tough day. Today is a tough day. Today's a really tough day. Tomorrow's another day. Tomorrow's another day. Tomorrow's another day. Maybe I'll be adopted.